Hi, how are you? Welcome to my living room. I'm so excited for today's Listen With Me. Oh my God. Okay, so today our Listen With Me is Julia Michaels' new album, not in chronological order. You might know her from If the World Was Ending in that one, that song that was really good. I'm so tired, sorry if I'm all over the place tonight. It's gonna be fine. But anyway, first of all, I know nothing about this album, literally nothing except that it's an album that Julia Michaels, it's hers. I told you I'm tired. She looks fucking badass on the cover of this album though. Great album artwork. If this is your first time tuning in for Listen With Me, what's up? Welcome. So glad you're here. My name is Dano. I'm a singer-songwriter from Asbury Park, New Jersey. And I love doing this because when I get some ideas for my own songs and some songwriting techniques, some production techniques that I love and want to incorporate in my own music, I do that by listening to an album with a notepad and pen, and I literally write down all the cool stuff about it, so to kind of build my library of ideas so that I have that when I sit down and I know where to start. So if you're not a songwriter, you're still gonna enjoy it, but if you are, then you're hopefully gonna like it more because we're gonna be talking about some of the great things that Julia Michaels is doing in this album. So anyway, let's just dive right in, okay? So the first song that we have here is All Your Exes, and guys, it's explicit. But anyway, here we go. I'm so sorry. I wanna live in a world where all your exes are dead. I wanna kill them. The first thing you fall for, the only. I wanna live in a world. I low-key love that. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was super dope. Oh my God, it caught me off guard. I literally was laughing, was not expecting her to say that. So sometimes you need those don't give a fuck lyrics. You're just I kind of hope all your exes are dead. So it definitely is attention grabbing, that's for sure. But I did love how the vibe of the song, it started out kind of sweet and Julia Michaels is singing. She's got that acoustic guitar underneath. And then right before it goes into the first time that you hear I hope all your exes are dead, it cuts out and goes into a distorted guitar. So all of a sudden you go from this sweet feel to this kind of badass feel. And so I absolutely love the electric guitar in there. I thought that was really nice. And also anytime you're putting contrast in a song, well, first of all, every song needs contrast. Otherwise it's gonna be boring as fuck. So I love that that's just a great way to put in contrast by switching up the guitars. So love that. Also, this is subtle if you don't pick up on it, but I think it really adds a lot of flair to a song like this. She has that lyric, I hope all your exes are dead or whatever it is, and you can hear the period in there. And she did that by not hanging on the word dead. She wasn't all your exes are dead. It was all your exes are dead. And I know it's a subtle thing, but that makes a big difference because you can literally hear the period. She's that's it. That's all I have to fucking say to you. One more thing before we move on. I love the way the song ended because they had that lyric again, that hook lyric that the whole song is around, and it's all your exes are dead. And then on the word dead, they actually cut out all the instruments. So you just have the voice part solo. Super great way to end the song. So I am looking forward to song number 2. We've got Love Is Weird. Here we go. Love is weird. That was interesting. Ooh, I like that one. That was a really nice song. My favorite part of the whole thing was when the lyric goes, love is weird, and you go into the chorus, you're kind of expecting it to be I don't know, a pop sound, maybe you're gonna go to the one or something. And the chord weird on weird was kind of weird. And I fucking love that because you get the vibe across. It was a little weird to listen to and it was perfect. So I love when people do stuff like that. It just makes my little musical heart happy. But then the other thing that I really liked was she put some really cool harmonies in the second verse. And I thought that was really nice because you always need variation from the first verse to the second verse. Otherwise your song is gonna be boring as fuck. And so that was a really great way to do it. And the harmonies were absolutely beautiful. The last thing I wanna mention is she ended this song the same way she ended the first one. I don't know if you picked up on that, but where it was just the vocals and everything else, all the instrumentals cut out. So, I mean, I don't think it really matters that you had 2 songs end that way in a row. It's a cool way to end. So anyway, up next, we've got Pessimist. So first of all, I love that that was like the most upbeat song on the album so far, and it's called Pessimist. But it's actually about how she's not a pessimist anymore, so it makes sense. Anyway, just want to comment, like, overall, I just love Julia Michaels' voice. It is so beautiful. Like, it's so airy. It's like, Jasmine, if you try to eat my falafel, we're gonna have to fight about it. Jazz, you can't eat my french fries. Excuse me. Jazz, you already ate your dinner. This is my dinner. Thank you. Thank you. Who's the person that does that on TikTok? He's so funny. I lost my train of thought. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, I like love her voice. It's so beautiful. It's like airy and like, I don't know what the word is because it's effortless. Like she's not trying too hard. There's no belting, which I know like belting really isn't very in right now. Like there's obviously artists that do it and like it's their thing, like Demi and who else belts these days? Oh my God. Who else belts? Tell me. I'm like blanking. Tell me in the comments. But anyway, I love that vocal sound. It's just very easy to listen to. I did also appreciate, I feel like I never hear this where the chorus melody was like a static melody. So it's just like on one note. I feel like you almost never hear that done in the chorus. It's always like you hear like those static melodies in like the verse or even, no, not even in the pre-chorus, like they're usually in the verse, but I love it there. Although Taylor Swift does that a lot, so I don't know. But I usually don't hear it that much. So I did love how they use the staccato. Oh my God, I forget my words. How they use the static kind of melody up there. And also like, it is really interesting that she chose to not belt up there because I feel like the decision to like not belt and kind of have like I don't know what voice that would be. That'd be a head voice or like, I guess it would be her mix. I don't know, but it wasn't like powerful up there. So it just kind of like floated on that static and I really, really like that. Oh, and the last thing, and also Julia Michaels is not like the only person that does this. This isn't like every single song, but when I write my own songs, I always forget to do stuff like this, but you got the instrument drop where like right before the last chorus, you got to do it like at a time in your song where you want it to drop, but like all the instruments come out and then they come in again for the last chorus and everyone's like, yay, and they're dancing and it's fun. And why do I never put that in my own songs? It's so cool. And literally everyone does it all the time. So anyway, I made a note to myself to play with that when I write some music and see if I could find a song that would fit and work well with. Anyway, I'm rambling now. The next song is Little Did I Know. I am obsessed with that part. Yay, I love that one. Also, like, what is she doing? Why are you sitting like this? She's weird. This is my cat, Jasmine, by the way. Jazz, say hi. Okay, let's dive into this one. I really like that song, Little Did I Know. I have like a few things I want to say about it. The first is that this is the first time I think that we have piano on the album so far. I love it. It was beautiful. It was like absolutely perfect for the song. Sorry, I'm like eating dinner while I'm doing this. Maybe multitasking wasn't a good idea. Again, this song is just like so perfect for those whispery vocals. There was some times that like, to get the whispery vocal sound, you have your vocal cords and they like, you put a little space in between them like that. And there were sometimes that there was so much space that like a note wasn't coming out. Like it was just like I don't know how to explain it. If you guys listen, you probably know exactly what I mean, but like, I love that, like stylistically put in just the right places. It's a little intimate. Like I love that. I might have to try that. I'm gonna play with that. But guys, my favorite part about this song, hands down, was the harmonies on Did I Know in the chorus. Or post-chorus. Is that what? I don't get strong song structure these days. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the part where there's the harmonies on the words, did I know, that sound super dope and badass? Yeah, that part. But oh my gosh, I felt that shit. I felt that. I just want to like play those harmonies on repeat and just like play them over and over again. They were so freaking good. My hair is getting in my face. I also am like obsessed with the use of the piano in the song and how they had the piano just hitting the same note, like ding, 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 ding. And the reason I love that is anytime you have like one note kind of happening for the rest of the song, every time that the chords change, that creates like tension and release if it lines up or doesn't line up with that like note that's staying the same way. So it's such a fun technique, and I really am gonna try to write a song that does that, because every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, there it is again. Like, I love when songs do that. And then when I go to write my own music, I like never do. So I might have to play around with that, but I thought that was really cool. Also, I always have to like remind myself of this when I write my own music, that repetition is okay and repetition is great. And there was a lot of repetition on the phrase "little did I know" in the song, and it wasn't like there was enough variation in the song that it didn't get stale or like boring or anything like that. So I think that sometimes I personally, when I write music, I'm scared to do repetition. Like, there's like a little part in my brain that's like, you're cheating if you do that, even though literally all the songs do that. Like, it doesn't make any logical sense, but I have to keep reminding myself that repetition is good. It's a good thing. You want your listener to be able to like sing along to the song by the time it's over. So love the use of repetition in the song. Also, the production was pretty simple, and I really like that. Sometimes like a song calls for like a really big production, but especially with her like light, airy vocals, I feel like the simple production suits her really well. And it really, like, even a song like this, it really was still powerful at the same time. So I really like that. And the only other thing I'm going to say about it is, I don't know if it's Julie Michaels or her team, her producer or whatever, they love ending songs with just the vocals, because they did it again where they took out all the instruments and just, you know, ended up with the vocals hanging out there. So I loved it. Up next, we have a song called Orange Magic, which I'm very intrigued. Although I'm gonna be honest, every time I hear the word orange, I think of Donald Trump, but I doubt that's what the song is about. But anyway, I wonder what Orange Magic is. If I can't figure it out in the song, I'm gonna have to Google it, because what the hell is Orange Magic? Anyway, here we go. Yay, another good song on this album. I really like that. Although I still don't know what Orange Magic is, and I tried to Google it and I have no idea. So do you know what Orange Magic is? Comment below, or give me your best guess. Cause like, I don't even know. I feel like maybe, is it like an inside joke that I don't get? I don't know. I'm curious. I might have to like go down like a rabbit hole and see if I can figure out what it means. But anyway, I feel like, especially when I hear a song like this, the lyrics are very simple. Let me read them for you. By the way, now that I'm 32, I feel like when I'm on the phone, I'm like, what does this say? Yeah, I feel like the older I get, the more I use my phone like my mom. We were like finger typing and looking down like this. It's happening. Okay, but anyway, what I was saying was, sometimes I feel like when I write my own lyrics, I like get way too complex. Like, I feel like if it doesn't have like super descriptive imagery that like you don't even know what it means until you like really think about it, that like it's not a good lyric. But like, sometimes that's just like not best for the song. Like, you gotta do what's best for the song, but like sometimes you just gotta go simple. And there's a way to do simple without it being like cliche. Like, I do hate when songs like go a little cliche and they, I don't know, what's a cliche phrase like? I don't know. I can't think of one. My brain is just tired today. But anyway, it's not cliche, it's simple. I didn't know I was hungry for someone to love me till you were on a plate. Like, it's so simple. It's like not that deep, but it's perfect for the song. And so anyway, I just love it. I'm just making a reminder myself to not overthink the lyrics. Sometimes simple is better. Also, I always forget this when I write lyrics and then I go to put them in the song, or maybe you have like the melody first and then you're trying to pair up your lyrics. I always forget that you can change the syllables of a word and it'll sound fine. So like, for example, in this, it wasn't orange, it's orange. So you can like do that with words sometimes and play around with the syllables to get it to fit right. So I have to remind myself that like, if it doesn't fit perfectly, like think about it and see if there's a way to fit it nicely, and like it wasn't awkward or weird or anything that she said orange, like orange. It was great. So anyway, reminder myself to do that. Lastly, I really like the way that it ended. We had the drums dropping out, which provided some really great variation to the rest of the song. I'm pretty sure it was the only part of the song that didn't have drums, so it stood out. And the harmonies just sound really beautiful. For some reason, like the airy harmonies, especially when all the harmony parts are also airy, the airiness just gives it like so much color. Like, it's a really, really beautiful texture and a beautiful sound. So I I don't know, I'm really like digging the harmonies that are used throughout this album. So anyway, up next we've got Lie Like This. Ooh. I love that one. I don't want to pick favorites, but maybe it was definitely one of the top ones on the album in my opinion. That was so good. First of all, the beat was really sick, so I enjoyed that. But overall, like the melody writing is really good, not just on this, but on all of the songs so far. Like great melodies. I love that jump that happens for daydreaming or whatever. I can't fucking sing. That jump was cool. I like that when there's like jumps in there, it keeps it really interesting. So love that for the melody. I also loved, again, we got that repetition in the chorus. And again, like I always sometimes like overthink it. I always overthink my lyrics. Like it's lie like this, lie like this, lie like it just sounds cool. And like, that's what matters, is that it sounds cool. And like, yes, sometimes you want the songs with the really meaningful, descriptive lyrics that like are really profound, but sometimes you just want to like dance to a song and you just want it to be like lie like this, lie like, and be able to sing along. So I really love that. I thought that was super dope. Also, can we talk about how, I think it was going into the second verse, how the drums are, or I guess it was really all the instrumentals, but definitely the drums, they got like muted or like muffled. That was such a cool effect. I love that so much. I'm definitely gonna try to incorporate that in one of my songs. I don't know, it created so much variation between the first verse, and by pulling you back, like sometimes I feel like songs always build up, but this one, the second verse kind of pulled you back with that muted muffled sound. So I love that about this song. Also, I know we talked about this already, but it happened like 10 times in this song. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but where all the instrumentals drop out right before, I don't know if it was the chorus or the pre-chorus or whatever, but anytime that like all the instrumentals drop out and you come back in, it like makes that arrival that much more exciting. So I really like that they use that in this song. Again, not unique to them, like everyone does it all the time, but it's a really cool thing to do. All right, up next we've got Wrapped Around. Yeah, it was good. Not one of the most memorable ones on the album, but it was a great song. I feel like the theme of this whole album is simplicity, because you've got like, again, like we've got the beginning, the drum part is just snaps and a tambourine. Good old fashioned. Why complicate it? Sometimes all you need is a little snap, a little tambourine. And then when it goes, then when it like drops, it changes feel. So there's like a lot of variation into the next section, and you just got bass and a drum kit. And so like, that's basically it. Like it's super simple. They did not overthink it. So the like whole theme of this album is like, don't overthink it. You're making it more difficult. Just be simple. It's fine. But then the other theme is, for this album, is they love beat drops, because it happened again in this song where, you know, all the instruments come out and then they come back in and it like hits. I don't think it gets old. I think it's good every time. So keep on doing it. It works well for them. But that's really all I have to say about the song, because I was busy shoving my face with french fries the entire time. But anyway, up next we have History. Here we go. Tell me everything, 'cause we can be history. This song is so sweet. I'm like gonna cry. I love this one. I love when songs do that. And the piano matches. Wow, like this whole album is worth a listen just to find that one song. I am like, History is a good song. I freaking love it. But again, going with the theme of this album, this song is simple as fuck. You have, first of all, okay, sorry, I'm very excited. I need to take it back a notch. First of all, you have the way the song starts. You've got like the super soft, plucky guitar, but like acoustic guitar, but it's like finger plucked. You don't even have a pick, so it's like really soft and warm. And it just feels like super intimate. So I love that the song starts that way. It almost has like an indie film, I don't know what the word is. Like it feels, the intro to me sounded like an indie film. Does that make sense to anyone else besides me? I loved it. It was great. But then the whole song, you really just have that and the vocals, and then every now and then you get a little acoustic piano in there. Like, it's just so beautiful. And the lyrics were really beautiful. Again, very simple. They weren't deep, but they were meaningful. And I absolutely loved it. Oh, I don't know which part is my favorite because I had so many favorite parts, but I love, love, love when songs do this. And I don't hear it all the time. I love that the piano part followed the vocal part at the end. Billie Eilish actually does that in her song, I Love You. There's like some bells that mimic her voice, I think, if I can remember correctly. But I love when that happens. I can't tell you why. I don't know why I love it. It's just really cool to me. And so like for some reason when I do my own production and demos and stuff, like it's like I see it sometimes too siloed. Like it's like this is the song and this is the lyrics. And then like these are the instrumentals and the instrumental parts. But like sometimes you gotta like put it all together. I mean, always, you should always be putting it together and do the whole big picture. But anyway, I just thought that was cool. That was a really long way for me to say I thought that part was cool. Wait, are we coming down to the end here? Okay, so we have 2 songs left. The next one is Undertone. All right, Undertone was really great. I liked it. Again, it's probably not the one that I'm gonna like remember most from this album, but like it was still a really good song. I like how the song started like muffled. I don't know what the technique is, but it starts muffled and like gradually opens up. I have no idea how to do that. Maybe it's some like EQ trick, but it's really cool. Nonetheless. Anyway, I also really like the beat. Like it was like da 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 digga da 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 digga da. I don't know. I just thought that was dope, and I really liked it. Again, you got those beat drops again. I don't know, like if I've ever listened to an album where that happens in like every song, but I don't mind it. It's fine. Also, I feel like no one even pays attention to these things except for me. But we got the beat drops again, and another way. I think the song ended. Oh my God, I'm totally blanking, but I'm almost positive the song ended with just the vocals again, where all the instruments drop out and you just have the vocals hanging over. So that is something that they really love because that was like the 4th time that it happened on this album. But again, I don't mind it. It's a great way to end a song. Also, I feel like there was a point in history where like every single song had like the fade out ending, like every song of all time. Just kidding. But anyway, okay guys, we have one more song left. But before we get to that song, listen, I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me. You are like my joy because you allow me to be able to listen to albums with people, and it's like my favorite thing to do. So thank you, I love you. If you could do me a huge favor and like and subscribe. I know like you get annoyed when people say that all the time, but like it really does help the channel so much, reach a wider audience. So I'm so grateful to you. Mwah. By the way, I'd love to be your friend. So come find me on Instagram at DanielLadyBeGood. And if you are a musician, singer-songwriter, whatever, I run a free private Facebook group for the Rule Your Sound family. So it's a really supportive network for independent artists. So if you ever need help with anything and you want like a forum to ask your burning question and have other musicians answer it for you, come on over. The link is in the description. But anyway, our very last song of this album, That's the Kind of Woman. Here we go. Jealous, but the right now isn't scared. It's the me I am. That's the kind of woman I leave me for. But I love her. Yeah, that's the kind of woman I leave me for. Oh my gosh, what a great last song on the album. I like really love that one, and I want to be honest, it's the lyrics for me on that one. The lyrics were so beautiful, and again, they were simple. They weren't like complex, it's redundant, but they were simple lyrics. But I love the message behind that song because like personally for me, I always see myself in like 2 or more selves, and it's good to know that I'm not the only person that sees that. And yeah, I don't know, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy. But anyway, so yeah, I definitely think that the lyrics were, they personally resonated with me as a listener. And so I really personally valued the song for that reason. Also, a reminder, the song is 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Sometimes I get like too concerned with the length of my songs. Like I'm like, it has to be 3 minutes and 30 seconds because like that's what a pop song length is. But it's not always. Like you can have a 2 minute and 14 second song and it can be as beautiful as that. And touch me, I feel it, amazing. So I have to keep reminding myself that like not to obsess over this time. It's about, it's not just about the time of the song, it's about like how you feel when you listen to it and sometimes you get your point across in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. But anyway, I want to hear from you guys. What was your favorite song on this album? Or like, what were your overall thoughts? Leave it in the comments below. I'm going to say overall thoughts. The album was simple. They love the drops where all the instruments come out. And they love when songs end on just the vocals because that happened like a million times. But anyway, beautiful album. I really liked it. I'll definitely be listening to it again. But anyway, I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Trust yourself, be yourself, love yourself. You got this, and I will see you next time.